Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry,
Hey Texas, we've got some big news on how you can save big money on your car insurance. 2024 savings are in, and customers who switched from Geico, Allstate, and State Farm to Fred Lloyd.
We'll have none of that now. Things will be up shortly. Just hold on tight. All right, I think we got everything going. There we go. I think that's enough of that. Hello and welcome to the Emerald Gaming Rabbit channel. I am Masalis, and your VTuber for the most part. Hmm. Apologies for the late start here. Things kind of hit a complicated snag. Let's see. There we go. That looks good. Yeah. Sorry about this, folks. Want to make sure I have everything right. So, without further ado, since we're doing a VRchat stream, let's go ahead and get into it. Right now, it's going to be... Oh, why isn't VRchat not working? There we go. Oh, can you see me? Are we good to go? Hang on while I enable camera. Stream. There we go. Enable flying and... There we are. Now we can see things properly. So, how are you guys doing today? It's a bit of a slow thing. Last night, I wanted to stream, but things kind of happened. Auto. Yeah, come on. Let's see. Yeah, locally, behavior, look at me, auto level. Yeah, that looks good. Let's move that out of the way. There we go. Now we're looking much better. So, welcome on in. I appreciate you guys coming. And I hope you enjoy it. If you got anything you want to talk about, just let me know. And let me change the anchor to local. There we go. I'm still working the kinks out of VRchat. So, today is going to be a bit of a slow day, but here I am. I do appreciate you guys coming in. So, how you guys been doing today? Let's see if we can get a world that's better, more open. Hmm. This has been my default home for a long while. It's nothing overly complicated, just a little space. There we are. So, what can we do for you today? Yeah. Changing that. Grabbing my keyboard, and here we go. Now, why isn't it putting the input? Because I don't have VRchat in focus. So, it's been a real rough start. Apologies for that. But I think we got everything under control now. Had a lot of things going on. Also going to be in the process of moving very soon, so let's see. Let's go with let's reset my avatar height. There we are. Much better. So, we got a lot of I'm basically just going to be doing I'm just basically going to be going around worlds, seeing what's up and everything. And of course, what would be a good place to pop in? ILQ has been done to death. Let's see, new instance, Friends Plus. Yeah, this is a world that I tend to like a lot. Clover Fields. Yeah, gotta exit the room. There we are. And this is Clover Fields. This is one of those beautiful worlds. You just look around and you can see. Oh, forgot to pause that. Let's see if we can find a better live streaming than that. A better source for audio. One that I can actually put on Twitch. Come on. YouTube is being a butt. Come on, work with me here. Huh. Adam Savage has a persona now? Yeah, this'll do. Perfect. Where's the cursor? There we are. No, not that. Come on, work with me here. Already things are starting to have a little catastrophic fall. There we go. I think that got it. Let's see. Come on. Now Meta's kind of complaining at me. How do I upload a link? There we go. Much more soothing. Nothing like a peaceful grassy field and some smooth jazz. Wouldn't you say? So, let's close that. And so now that we kind of got off to a rocky start, but this is what, at least we're doing a little bit better, somewhat. And thanks to tooltips, I can actually see what's going on. So, it's been a week. Rent has been going higher. Yeah, they've updated this. Don't really have any other friends on. Yeah, well. There we go. Oh, come on now. There. Updated and ready. I never actually fully explored this world. How about we explore it together? Is that what my backside looks like? I forgot how much these pants clip through it. By the way, this is a V4 bunny of the new Oaken setup. You can find that on Gumroad. Let's get some shorts that actually work with this. Of course, that also means, in terms of accessories, the leg warmers have got to go. There we go. Got to make sure the outfits match up, because you get clipping issues like what you just saw on my backside. I forgot to switch some settings on here. Arch? What is arch? Oh. Excuse me. Wow. Let's see. Jump force. Gravity. Let's put speed about there. Clover colliders. Yeah, that should do it. Now let's go explore these arches. Oh yeah, much better. Flying like an eagle. So, talk to me, Chad. Is anyone alive down there? How big is this place? I wonder. Grass seems to stop there. I'll climb that later. I just want to see what's over this hill. How big is this world? That just practically goes on forever. They put the fog up real high. I think this is an old world. Hey there, Mew. What's up? How's it going? And what Easter egg in Idle Defense? Now you got me curious. I'm just doing some world exploration. And we got a skybox scene. You guys can't see it because the camera's not angled up. Now you got me curious. That can happen sometimes. I'm not surprised that a lot of world builders put Easter eggs in their worlds. Let's see. Where is it? There should be some clovers around here that'll low note that you can actually jump on, and it sends you way up high. Looks like they updated the world though. Yeah, it's from a Smooth Jazz video, Kelvin, and welcome in, by the way. How you guys been? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just doing some world exploration here. And doing a little makeup stream. And up we go. Ouch. Whoops. Oh boy. Let's try that again. Avoid the giant leaf. And now we're on top. Wow. Now that's a nice view. I mean, look at that. I have climbed the mountain off in the distance there. It's about what you expect. There is a bit of an Easter egg over there, too. So, let's say we go check it out. Yeah. By the way, can you guys hear me all right? I'm hoping that my microphone's working all right. I'm going over there. I'm going to need to adjust my speed a little bit. Get turned around about here. More arches. Two buttons that activate the same arches. Weird. There seems to be a bit of a delay. Let's up the speed a little. Now we're zooming. Hang on a second, let me angle the camera better. There we are. I think that's a good angle, wouldn't you say? You're building an IRC client? Been a long time since I've actually used IRC. Not many people I know use it anymore. Twitch integration? Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, though I'm not surprised. If you heard this video before, and you've been on VRchat, the Black Cat uses this video all the time. It's the only real copyright-free music that they got. Come on, almost there. We're almost to the summit. And we're here. Whoops. And I fell off. Crap. Oh, fuck. Walk the line, walk the line. You can see that sky seam that I was talking about right there. They didn't do a good job blending the seam. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, I suppose. Although it's a shame they don't want to talk to you. Yeah, it's hard in this world for a PNG tuber. So, hi, how you doing? Let's move this down so we can angle that up, and now we're good. So, hello again. Yeah, VRchat can be a real cruel mistress most of the time. Unless you're in with a group of friends, you know. And even then, some of them aren't even really cool with being filmed and whatnot, but it is what it is. Disable flying on my video. Yeah, and now you have another streamer. If you want to join me, you can feel free to. I wouldn't mind hearing more about your game projects. How is the latest one going anyway, Calvin? Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, my spouse is kinda to himself. You know him. Of course, these days he mostly plays Fireteam Elite with his friends, leaving me to pretty much fend for myself. Of course, I wouldn't be here where I am without him. And down we go. World's beautiful. Just wish I could show you from... Well, actually, I can. All I gotta do is turn this off. Well, all I gotta do is just disable the camera and you can see from my point of view. Yeah, you ain't kidding. It'd be nice to see a program like VRchat utilizing that kind of stuff, wouldn't it? Yeah. Now let's go see that little let's go see that little if we can find that little thing that Mew was talking about. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting tired of that. They come in here trying to advertise on my stream. I don't stand for that stuff. It clearly says in the chat rules, no advertisements. Seriously. Sorry about that, folks. So, aside from that rudeness, how you guys doing? Well, they're banned anyway. Now, where was I? Oh yes, checking to find Easter eggs. That's the word I was looking for. Tripping over myself. Let's create a Friends Plus instance. And recenter my space for a second. There we go. Yeah. All right. Quickly before that starts up. Stop. There we go. Much better. See if we can find it. Is it in the couches? Nope. I have a few things here. First, let me get my camera back up. There we go. Back in business. My model's actually male at this point, though I am gender fluid. When in doubt, go loco. No, this version doesn't have the flight. And I don't have the time to add it. Since we're streaming, that's going to take up a lot of my time, or a lot of my processing power. Nothing down here. Yeah. Reset my avatar. Why am I crouched on the floor? There we are. This used to be my old home world. Let's see, what have I got here? This is what I got. Can't do nothing yet. But for now, I just want to talk with you guys. Pausies. Yeah, this thing can really break avatars from times to times. Very small world. I don't see hide nor hair of... There we go. Behavior, look at me, and ready. There's my avatar. Yeah, I know it was. You still need to talk to Oaken about removing this one. Because I know that this one was your shirt, and it has no business being in this model. I think it's a cute shirt you designed. I think it's a cute shirt you designed, but it really shouldn't be in here. Let's change the color back to cloud. And the color to make it blue. Much better. So how you guys doing now? Did I loop that video? I hope I did. Yeah. Why was it linked to world? I have to reposition the camera. Much better. Disable flying and there's no loop button. Yeah, well, this one lasts about an hour. Fairly simple world, this, but I can't find hide nor hair of this reference you're talking about. Yeah, I can't find it. Let's see what else we got around here. VRchat variety box. A lot of people hanging at Idle Cube. Trying to see new worlds. Can't go to that one. I wonder what would happen if I were to put in this in the search parameters. Nothing came up there, so I can't find the reference or the Easter egg you were talking about. Unless it's under the bed. Nope. Yeah. Not there either. In other news, I was just... well, I've been working on a lot of my stuff medically. Still getting a lot of bills, though. But now I'm actually going in on... medical stuff. And I can't find your thing, Mew, that you were talking about. The little Easter egg thing. Sorry if I accidentally muted myself there for a second. Very easy to do when you're not paying attention. What is all this? Just basic asset books. Nice, cool, smooth jazz. Not even going to think of trying that. Think I got that one good. Wave 301. Maybe one of these days I'll get a charge shot out of this. Yeah, not much to explore for this world. Got a lot of things going on. Trying to find new places for you guys. Let's try this one. Neighbors outside are being noisy. Wait, this isn't the world that I selected. This is not the world that I selected. Okay, cabin on the water. And I'm back here. This world's false advertisement. Really? They show a thing of out in the middle of the water, and that's it. Let's stop that. It's not even a real, good room. Just basic assets. Can't even go outside. Though they imply it with with a transparent door and a walkway out there. Fairly simple, but not all that impressive. Let's try another one. These new and exciting ones are just kind of... Let's see. The Institute? No, that can't be. Let's check this one out. If this is what I think it is. The same symbol. You guys are seeing nothing but black screen. Oh. Yep. Okay.
現在、未知の軍隊が招集され、事態は一刻を争います。
No idea
この
what
研
you're
究所の
saying.
リーダーは、地上での領土拡大を急務としました。我々は人類で最後の希望です。今、地上にいる市民のためにできることは、研究所のイメージを改善し、我々と共に未来を築き上げることです。ようこそ、我々の研究所へ。
Okay, I'm guessing it's loosely based off of Fallout 4. Fascinating. It's going crazy though for my... I get the implication of what they were trying to do, but is this just another hangout world? Not a bad hangout world. And it's got a mirror. Lounge area. Nice. And it's got a little alcove outing. This is lagging me out something fierce though. This is just a little hangout world for you to explore. It's a cute little world. What do you guys think? I can move the camera to where it's actually over my shoulder. There we go. Wish there was a way to turn the audio off. And I'm getting hung up on here. Did I just run into a damn window?
Operating at full capacity.
Yep, this is basically based on Fallout 4, but but entirely different assets. I like the uniqueness of the unique ideas from this. But unfortunately, none of this is canon because the Institute was destroyed.
Operating at full capacity.
Guessing that's a synth, or supposed to be. Advanced systems. We just went in there, so... Really nice.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Place is run entirely by synths. Not a very big one, this section. Really neat little world. Although it's lagging me fiercely, so... I don't want it to fill up my VRAM too much. But I still want to see more. It all looks so cool. Clearly, this is just intended to be a hangout world.
Clearance confirmed.
Yeah, things are starting to get too glitchy. I'm gonna have to call this short. Yeah. That world is definitely not optimized in any length of the... in any way, shape, or form. There we go. Back home. At least this is my home world. Let's put the camera right back in front of me. And we're back. Give my computer a minute to flush out the VRAM. Because I don't have that powerful of a computer. Come back here. There we go. Now we're back in business. So what's up? Hopefully this plays. Why is it so quiet? Come on, work with me here. Yeah, well, my computer's busy. Actually, how about I just change the anchor to world and just stick it over. There we go. Zoom in and now I can, come on. I said disable flying. There we are. Much better. Can you guys still see me okay? You guys still with me? Where is the camera? I can't see it. There we are. Put it right up there. Bit closer than that. Angle it down and presto. Now for myself. Need to figure out how to upload the latest Gogo Loco on this thing. Zoom in and perfect. This has been my home world for the longest time. I just got an invite. Idle defense. And we're back here again. I hate how you can't alter the camera when in loading zones.
Well, come on in, stranger.
Yeah, how are you?
Been waiting for you for a while. I'm doing good. Hopefully I don't have a network crash or a maintenance last night for myself, too.
Yeah, that was a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, I don't watch the schedule for maintenance in my area, but I think it might have been either an outage, because it didn't last that long, and they do it really quick within 15 minutes.
Well, they kind of have to. But when it's scheduled maintenance, like we sent you an alert hours ahead of time. So if you didn't make preparations, then that's on you.
A question I had is, When you said it was 2 p.m., from the time you said 10 or 9 last night.
Yeah,
AM,
welcome on in,
or
Caleb.
PM.
And thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
That's all right. I thought the maintenance would be just before you were getting on, and then you said it going to 2 p.m., and I thought 2 a.m. you mean?
Yeah, 2
2
a.m.
p.m. is that's like 18 hours later. That's not an outage. Or a maintenance. That's an outage.
Yeah. They knocked it down right when I was about to streaming, and it's like, oh, the network's going to be down until 2 a.m., 2 in the morning, and it's like, really? And then 2 a.m. came around, and I'm like, okay, why isn't it up? We're sorry, but the maintenance periods had been extended due to minor complications.
This happen every week, scheduled the same time?
No. But it's like, why couldn't you just... Yeah. So any chance of streaming last night was kind of null and void.
Yeah. Did you try to get on, see if the internet was up, or it was down all night? Because I contacted you late in the morning, and I thought you'd be in bed about my problem, and you were still up trying to help me.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's put this in a good position.
You know what I just thought would be really weird, since we watch Twitch streamers on this TV here, or the screen? Put your own stream on here just to see yourself, so you don't have to look at
that would be a bit narcissistic, wouldn't it?
Well, kind of, but just to see yourself on TV while you're in it, so you don't have to point the camera at it, but you don't have to check your stream in your
I have to keep track of the comments, so
yeah, that's the only thing. You have your own comments, you have the chat just separate, don't you? Or does that show
unfortunately, when there's someone advertising on my stream, I still have to bring up the remote desktop to do things about it.
Yeah.
So that causes me a lot of issues.
You got the camera just looking at me with your head.
I'm trying to find a better position. Yeah, I'm trying to find a good camera position for this.
I see your board there, 302, and I see mine when I look at this board. Yeah, you could put it up like in the corner here, looking down, or you could put it, if you're more not watching the TV, you could put it up at this corner, looking down at this area. This might be a good shot. You can see the path, the planes,
yeah,
the portals, everything. Who comes in here? Well, maybe not. It's up to you if you want to put it right up here. This is where I would put my camera. I've done before.
There we go.
You do where you want.
That should work. And now we just move over here so that they can see me.
Where's the camera?
Right over there.
It is. Did you lock it to world?
Yes, it's anchored to world. It's not going anywhere.
Except you still got your head point of view. You might want to turn it on stream. Stream the camera.
I enabled camera. Do I have to do that every time I swap?
Camera.
I enabled stream, but it's like...
And your cursor was on. There you go.
Yeah. Seriously. Do I have to do that every time I transition a world now?
I think it stays locked wherever you are into another world. It's going to remember that position relative to where you are in the room. It should.
Interesting.
If you're in another world and that's in the same spot, it will anchor to where your floor space is relative to that, and it'll stay locked. If you have it on follow me or look at me or whatever, it will stay anchored to whatever world you're going to. Yeah. Yeah, I would have it here a little bit, but you got a little off. But dialing it in, you can actually go with the smooth views on the camera. You can move it softly, and it will just float to where you want instead of abruptly kind of janking back and forth. It's more options on the camera to slide it around, hover.
That's what I've been using.
Depending on your...
I have
Yeah.
smooth on. I have the smooth on behavior.
There's more than that. The sliders on the right-hand side, you can dial them down to 0 or 1, and they'll even be more smoother and more fine resolve. It buffers your joystick rather quick movements. Anyway.
There we go. Let's keep it on 5 for now. So how are you doing?
Oh, good 12 or 15 hours on this thing last night. I came on all by myself for see if anybody would join me. I was watching a stream, Zeldar, for a while. And
how did that go?
Had a few visitors. It was going good. I was playing the marbles game, which you might want to try. You get a lot of people wanting to just play that alone. You do exclamation play, and you get on a table of marbles, different world patterns and slides and everything.
I actually have
and
marbles.
They take turn. Have you seen marbles work?
Yeah.
In Twitch streams? Yeah,
I've played it on other Twitch streams too.
And I sent you a picture. I actually played 5, 10, 7 times, however, and I actually won one. It's like, wow, that's the first time I've ever done that.
Yeah.
So I started to chat up with them and back and forth. And then I seen Zaldar's Twitch stream going on, and started talking with them. Then I joined up with Vix. I haven't talked for him for a while, so I was saying what I was doing in here, playing the game. Wanted to go on to meet up with him in his stream after following the other guy.
Stream can't see you.
I know. I'm kind of out of the world here.
Yeah.
So I talked to Vix to about 2 or 3 hours. Said I'm going to go over there. Maybe I'll join you up later. He went off after I decided not to go for a while onto his streamer immediately. I wasn't friended with him, so I had to send him a friend request and then join up later on.
Yeah, that's usually how streamers do it.
The whole thing going on. But no. I met 3 of his other friends post-stream. I guess they're good long-time friends. And like I said, I met up with them after, and then I talked to him about 15 minutes. And then I touched somebody, I just talking, and then, oh, look at that, he's frozen. I go and boop, boop, boop. Oh, his nose still works. You see that, guys? He looks frozen. And I start looking at everybody else. They're frozen, they're frozen, they're frozen. They're frozen.
You were in the midst of a crash.
I was the one that was frozen, and they were frozen to me. I was already dead at that time. That's when the internet just shut down. Across my whole TVs, my tablet, computers, everything, whatnot. It probably took about 20 minutes. The logging in was the whole problem, getting back in. I logged into Steam, not into VRchat somehow. Got back into default world. The menus all default. All my friends' worlds are all not there. It's like, how the hell did that happen? How do I get out of logging off that and getting back into my account? I don't do that often. I couldn't figure out how to log out from BRC's menu. How do you do that? Do you know? I took a good hour just to figure that out. I haven't done it since I go to desktop, and then I logged into Steam. Why do they have the 2 different buttons, VRchat and Steam? When would you ever use the Steam button?
Well, I use it every time to log in. That's how I link to Steam to VRchat.
No, I mean in VRchat's window, when you come up, it gives you an option, 2 buttons, VRchat or Steam.
Yeah, I've actually logged into Steam.
Once you're already into Steam, I'm saying, this is VRchat. Do you want to come in as a Steam client, or do you want to come into the VRchat?
Yeah.
And it's like, what is the difference if I pick Steam or this one?
Well, if you pick the Steam
one, default one.
If you pick the Steam, it links you to it links it to your VRchat account permanently.
Yes.
But you need your VRchat account info.
Yeah.
Then it gives you a
Steam
code.
I went into. Yeah. It's getting out of Steam, logging out of Steam, and going back to that window that you could log into VRchat's. Log into VRchat. And then you get the code after you log in your user and password.
Yeah.
I couldn't log out of the default to get back into the other account of mine, switching accounts. And I tried to look for it. It's like there's stuff outdated for 4 or 5 years ago how to do this. That doesn't help me now because it's like 3 years later. The whole login screen's different.
Yeah.
So somehow I managed to go to my desktop, log in through a Steam account there. Couldn't still find the code where it was going. It was supposed to be going to my email. Wasn't in my inbox. It's like, why am I not getting the code? I can't log into VRchat.
Probably because it was asking for a Steam Guard code.
No, had nothing to do with that. It was because after a while, the emails were delayed coming to me, and I thought maybe something hacked, and I couldn't get back in. My account was compromised. I don't know what the fuck happened. So after 3 or 4 hours, I talked to you, and you know about that. I talked to Radovan, and he says, did you check your junk mail? And I said, yeah, I check junk mail. Nothing goes in there. I flag everything or have it automatically deleted if I think it's junk. I don't even look at it. I looked a little more in the inbox. Oh, and suddenly there's 6 codes that were just sitting there that I tried like 6 times. It showed up like 2 hours, 3 hours later.
Sounds like a massive server delay.
I don't know if they had a problem.
Did you click, when you tried it the first time, did you click refresh?
Where?
On your email. Did you hit F5 to refresh the page?
Oh yeah. I refresh it all the time, yep. I could pull down, drag it on my phone, and the code should, or anything new, it will refresh it. I went into all folders, I went to the index, the inbox, and it wasn't there until 4 hours later, and then they're all there. So I think, okay, now I can get to the login stage, enter the code, I'm back in. But if I looked at your Launchpad, there's a default, if you have VRC Plus, you can theme color it. I get back into this world, great, everything's here. I look at my menu, it's like, what's wrong with this picture? It feels still weird. It feels like the default Launchpad colors theme. My set avatar, or Launchpad define one that I created is gone. It's not persistent for some reason. It got lost in all this shit. So I had to look at an OBS recording of me pulling up the menu, looking at the colors, screen capturing that, sending that to names. I should know. Willow. She took it. She dropped the color samples of where everything was to the 6 different area colors that you can define as theme colors. She sent me back a pedestal, and I imported it that way. So now I've got that one, the one I had originally, based on what I seen through my previous videos. I had that way of capturing it because I completely forgot which area was what on here. And she got it damn close to what I have, or exactly. Just from a sample pop-up Launchpad that I have now in some kind of user information world where I click somebody and I just showed her this quick example.
Yeah.
I screen captured it in VR in the video, did a snippet of it, captured it, sent it to her in the DM. She looked at it. She color dropped it. She took the hexadecimal numbers, built a new theme. She sent me the theme, and I replaced what I had before. But why did that get cleared? I've done Steam before. I've logged out, gone to default. It has a different color menu theme. Went back into mine. It'd still be there.
Yeah.
That was
I don't know.
months ago. And it never persistently saved it. It doesn't have a place to save it. It says you can export. All it does is export 6 hexadecimal numbers. And you can store that in a notepad or something. But to import, you have to take that code, plug in all those 6 hexadecimal numbers together because it's asked for an input code, color code. Well, what the fuck is that? Not a file, nothing, no pointers to a directory. Put in all your 6 numbers. I don't know what the fuck they were.
Hex
so
codes.
I played around with that. Yeah, it's all hex color codes based. And I got in. Well, that's when I met up with Willow and we talked. Told her what happened, the whole story again. She helped me.
Where did my camera
and
go?
We got that resolved. And we talked and about Abby's and stuff about whatever again. I'm going to sit down. I'm standing here talking to you.
Where did my little tablet go?
Your what?
My tablet. I had to reposition
in the real world?
No, in VRchat, little thing I was using to show.
Oh, I think you can respawn it back, can't you?
Yeah, but how do I do that
Um, it
without
says
turning
right
off
here,
chat?
respawn reset.
No, not that tablet. My camera tablet.
Um, you won't turn off that. Just spawn up your camera in your launch pad or do the radial dial camera. There, same way. There's two different ways of getting to it.
Nope, that just turned it off.
Turn it off and on. It spawns right in front of you. Same with the mirror. It spawns wherever you're looking. It spawns right up in front of you.
There we go.
By clicking it on and off. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, blue tie.
There we go.
You're all
Yeah,
good?
I figured I'd go with something that complemented my fur color. And this thing doesn't have the latest Go Loco with the flight.
Oh, what does it have? Go Loco on it at all?
Yes, it does. But
Is there
it's
a
like an
missing
old
gap around the 8 o'clock position?
Yeah,
The flying Superman?
yeah, that should be there, but it's not.
You know what happened? That happened to me too. Willow told me it's in the hierarchy. There's going to be a Go Loco in the hierarchy. You have to delete one. And that one, since it was deleted, that's the Go Loco all or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that worked, but she said just remove that one, delete it, and it should appear. And it was there. I ran into that same position, so I had to upload my thing with that change in it.
Yeah,
And
I'm going
she
to have to do that
fixed
later
the,
after stream.
There was another persistent thing. I think it was with the eyes. The eyes weren't staying blue, or what I had. I went to another world. They change. You may want to look at that.
Yeah, that I already
If you
fixed.
didn't switch that, you fixed that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to set my eyes to realistic.
That's something that Oaken should be doing in his package. We shouldn't have to remember to tweak. He's got to be told that in the public model. Because people are going to wonder why are their eyes changing every time they jump a world.
Yeah, and if they're not versed in how to use Unity.
No. Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's like looking in a needle haystack, finding it in the hierarchy, then going down to the inspector and looking where in that inspector, open, close this, and open this one up, and then go to this dragger, open that up, populate this, click this field, and there's a little checkbox you check. It's like, fuck, so buried to find these things.
Yeah.
It's nested so much in the inspector, it's a nightmare to find stuff. I'm not familiar with the inspector all that much.
Neither am I.
So did you find the Easter egg in here that Willow found by accident?
No, I did not.
I'm not going to tell you unless you really, really give up. And nobody else should know about this. You'll have to turn your camera off so you know where it is, and all your viewers don't get to.
Or I could just leave it where it is, point it at where it is, and we just don't go there.
You can't pick it up. It doesn't do anything. It's just, say, a picture.
A picture?
A picture in this world. I don't know if it's a creator and his friends. They got up to like 10,000 waves, 10,000 plus waves on the record. They took a picture of this screen, what they got up to, and their friends, and only 2 ascensions or something like that.
That's kind of impressive.
Yeah. I don't know how long it took. Let me see if I can find that picture. I'm not going to tell you. But this picture is in a certain place put in this world just for a kind of, I think the creator put it in here. And I can give you the hot, you're getting hot, or cold, you're miles away.
Yeah.
Guidance, but that would almost give it away real quick. He's never going to get it. He's never going to get it. And you got your camera on world, so they can't see you, so I'm in picture frame.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they can...
By intentional design.
You left me in charge here, huh?
Kinda.
What can I do with this chat now? Evil things. I'm not even watching the stream really here. That's up to a Solace to be watching it. I know.
You think I don't have? You don't think that I can't go to virtual?
What's that?
You don't think that I can't just bring up my virtual desktop to see what you're doing?
Well, you're busy looking. You can't be doing that and watching me at the same time. I suppose you can, but it is in here. And I'll make it easier, Solace, if you really want one clue, and you'll be in camera view. I should stop right there. That's already a clue. It's in camera view. Well, not quite. It's in this room, but it isn't in your camera view that you have shown. You'd have to take a little wider angle.
Yeah.
It's not going to be out in the open. You may have to get on your knees.
Kinky little bunny.
I didn't put it there. And it's not from that vantage point. You have to get really, really floor low to see it.
Well, like down here.
Well, look everywhere. The floor is pretty wide, but look every direction. I didn't see it until where Willow happened to be sitting and seeing it from our point of view, and just caught a glance of something that was a little weird. Oh my
I probably look
God.
ridiculous.
You went right past it, actually. You went right past it and you didn't notice it. I can't tell your field of vision what you were looking at, but...
I was under the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you another clue. If you want it. If you're really giving up, I want to give you a good chance to look everywhere, how thorough you are.
Yeah.
Am I in view? No, I'm not.
No. No one's in view.
Another clue. I should be in view.
You should be in view.
Yep, that's another clue.
I don't
know. This is fun. Or am I just teasing you too much? I just tell you. I'm making this entertaining for your audience to find. So I'm going to give one more clue. Where's one place you would never think of looking?
I don't know. Where would I look?
Where would a bunny hide a picture in the darkest part of my body? Darkest hole, rabbit hole you could find.
Well, it's not on the wall. Or someone would have found it.
Hole on the wall?
No. I don't know.
Do you know what hole I'm talking about?
Something I can't mention. Something I can't mention on Twitch.
Yeah, but you can look where my bunny hole is.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay. How about where my bunny tail is? Where I'm sitting. fly the camera up my butt or look under the table. Oh, he's flying the camera here. You could go under there.
What?
You can't see it? It's there. Yep, I can see it.
I can't see it because
Right
there's a
under my butt.
backside in the way.
Can you space drag?
Yeah.
Can you space drag here?
Well, if you look on my stream, you see it.
Yeah. Do you see it? That
Your
was
leg's
right
in the
where I
way.
was sitting right here.
Well, chat can see it now.
Hang on. Yep. That's Willow was actually sitting. We were both sitting on the floor. She was really low, and she just from this angle under that light, she's seen something glowing, and she looked. It's like, what is that? And we went underneath there, and we took a look, and it's like, why is that tablet underneath? And then we seen somebody else there looking at it, and you see a wave of 10,001. He's got two ascensions and 1359 hours in this place to get to that 10,000. Like, wow. That's 5 times more than I've ever spent in here already, and I've been in here how long?
I can imagine.
577 hours? Or 227 hours now? It's about 5 times that, ish. And he was just, I guess, farming or just accumulating it. He didn't ascend. But then he probably just spent it all on the ascension board all one shot. I don't know who the other friends are. It's a little blurry under there to see the whole board, but he posted it there. That's an Easter egg, I guess you want to call it, if anything.
Anyway, how do you know which one's the creator?
I have no idea. I would think it's the bottom one.
You know, I bet what he did was that on first ascension, he sat and got a whole bunch of points. And then on the second, or enough points to actually get, or to get almost all of them. And then the second ascension, he finished the board off, maxing everything out.
Yeah.
But that would take a long-ass time.
Oh, yeah. Well, 1,300 hours plus.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a long time. If you do 1,355 divided by 24, how many straight days is that? I'd have to bring up the calculator, but...
And if I were to send now, I get 3 points.
Calculator. 1,355 divided by 24. Divided by 24. Well, 56 days straight in here.
Let's see.
If you want to accumulate it all up together. Where I've only got... I've got only 9 days in here.
9 days?
9 straight days, if you want to total it all up. 9.33333333. So 56 to 9 days. He spent almost 2 months in here, and I've got almost just over a week.
Damn.
So I've got 7 more weeks, or 6.5 more weeks to go to get to that level. And I don't know when that was on an old version. I don't see that sign, a little bit of that world vision there at the 1.04.02. I don't know what the version number was when he took that picture. That could have been before persistence wasn't even in here.
Maybe.
Which would have even taken longer if you had to save it every time and load it every time you came in here. And if you look at the world map, when this was last updated, it was done April 7th, created back on March 14th, 2024. So it's over a year and a month and short of a month. Year and a month.
I wonder how long. I'm still curious to see if we just have to fill everything in once on the board, or if we have to actually max everything out just to get the last tier.
I don't know. I don't think you have to. I think you just fill it in, get one in there, and then you can go back and populate all the primaries or all the secondaries. You can't do the primaries of the first row or column, second column. Yeah. The third one, I don't know if you can have to fill it all of them, or you choose them all, or pick one at the last.
The third one is one I'm referring to. Is like, do we have to max them all out before we're allowed to select one of those, or do we just have to fill them in? Yeah,
just fill them in.
Crap.
Because I got to the secondary prime without filling the other one, so I figure you don't. Okay. And we're in a commercial break right now. Who is in here right now? And they've gone AFK again because of bathroom break. They'll be back. Good bunny. I can explain with his ears here, so I'll just show them. Unless his cat gets in here and takes over the headset and starts purring. That's been happening. A white flaming Siamese cat, I think. Flaming Siamese? White? I think so. And it tends to sit around his headset he puts on the bed. The cat snuggles up to it, and then you hear this loud purr, purr, purr. And if he's got his controllers down next to his headset, he'll sometimes pull on the cords on the bottom of the controller that goes around the wrist. He'll drag it away, dragging the joystick that moves it. The avatar starts moving with the purring going behind it. So the cat's possessed VR. It's the weirdest thing you could ever imagine seeing. Happened twice in Ferality on the event stage we're watching. And his avatar starts drifting across the screen with purring going on at the same time. Goes into a corner, and I thought, okay, it's going to get stuck there. It wanders back, pulling it back to the same spot, purring, 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 and lands up in front of us watching the stage. And the Solus is just sitting there. His cat's controlling stopped in front of us where it started. It's like it possessed his VR equipment for a few minutes. Twice it happened. It's weird. I guess it's a fill-in. I thought Asalis was playing a trick on us, but I think that's pretty weird to get exactly positioned when he doesn't even have his headset on. To have it move just perfectly and drift back and then look at us while he's in this kind of weird pose. Had a hell of a laugh on that. And I don't know if we have a lot of streamers on watching, but me and Kelv? How do you pronounce that? Kelv Shadewing? Shadewing? If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry. Call you Kelv for short. If you're still on, you can send a chat to me and I'll talk until Asalis gets back the best I can. It's his stream. I'm kind of helping him, and that's about it. Otherwise, I have nothing else to talk about because nobody else is on unless I send this link out to a few other people that want to watch this. Early days of getting back into Twitch streaming. I used to watch or do Twitch streaming before. and he plays a lot of games. He's a variety streamer. I don't know if he did VRchat though. I think he played mostly games. That was before I knew him. I think he did it up to 2018 or something like that. I could be wrong. And so he's trying to get back into it for trying to make ends meet. And I hope I'm not saying too much out of shot of his ears right now, because he's got big ears. He can pick up everything on these things, little radar dishes. He's probably just lurking in the background, listening to me through his phone and watching me stream about him in the background, which he could probably even chat back to me. Who knows? So, what else can I say? Oh, he's got the colliders on still. He's got the particles on. I see it in the stream. Meanwhile, shows 4 people on the stream right now. I don't see the 4 that he's talking about from my point of view. I'm just a viewer or a chatter, you might say, and from my point of view. If there's somebody else on there that I don't see, I can't see them. You'd have to speak up and chat, I guess, to know that you're live. Anyway, just gotta clean up here stuff here, get this going again. I'll be back. Boost. 6, 529. That's it. The gems are up or out of the box. That's it. Only 55.4 billion, and I can't spend it because everything's higher than 5.4 billion to spend to upgrade them. And to upgrade the quad shot tower, it's 200 billion, and I'm only got 5.5. That takes a while. Wave 581. Been on for 228 hours. Not today, obviously. Total time, 14 ascensions. That's about it. What you see in the stream is going to be from Saul's point of view, not what I'm seeing here, obviously. The camera isn't pointed at it anyway. What else can we put on? I wonder if you'd like that music playing in the background. Nah, I won't change it. Probably be copyrighted out and I'll be muting this. I'll record a Twitch stream later, so I won't touch it. It's up to him. What else have I got going on here? Yeah. Call somebody here. Okay. What else? Oh, I hear it. There it is. Monty is back. Cozying back up to the headset. I don't know if you got that, chat.
Back on the floor.
If anything, that's entertaining to watch, at least. Except
What the
nobody's
hell's my
watching right
headset
now.
doing on the floor?
Yeah, I would have guessed that was Monty playing and entertaining the chat.
What the fuck, cat?
Don't blame the cat. It's where you put it.
I put it on my
Lay it
desk.
down.
I put it on my
You're gonna
desk.
you may have to keep your cat out of the stream. Lock your door while you're doing your stream. That's all I can suggest, unless you want them to.
Well, I can't keep him
be in the
anywhere else
room.
except my room, where I stream.
He's locked to your room and he can't get out. That's his world.
Yeah.
You-
I leave the door open and he never wants to leave.
Where does he go to his litter box? Is the litter box, his food, everything in your room?
It's in the bathroom connected to my room. Now where's my...
You may want to work on another solution hunt somehow, or put him in a cage or something while he's during your stream at least, and then he can be free to go where he wants in your house or your room. When you leave your room, do you close the door and leave him in there? Or does he walk through the house with you?
Whoops. That wasn't supposed to happen.
I see you're working with your camera there now.
There we go.
You may want to turn your colliders off too.
Yeah. Now it's all
It's up
screwed
to
up.
you. Two buns for the price of one. Hey, Solace. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, how's it going? I'm sorry, I can't really figure out how to...
Pronounce that.
Yeah,
Jensen
Jensen Rice. I guess. And I'm doing fine. How about you? There we go. Much better. Perfect position, too.
Your feet look wrong for some reason. Why are they all twisted?
Because I was in Gogo Loco.
Oh, I thought. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's better now. And you got a nice wide area of the floor.
Why am I above the
Just plus-
ground?
You probably have to reset your floor play space. I don't know how you zero yourself.
Why the hell is this happening?
Because if things will go wrong, they will go wrong at the worst possible time. Murphy's Law. Or it's fun to watch during a stream, this stuff going on. Things that happen out of the ordinary are entertaining in some respect and normal, everything going right. And he's going to fix himself.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be back momentarily.
Still here.
Oh, I know, just out of frame.
I gotta fix this.
You're good. You're good. You'll figure it out. You've done this before. That's fine. So this is all copyright-free music that won't be muting
Yeah.
your stream when you put it up later. Because I thought of changing it while you were gone. I thought, okay, maybe that might be a bad thing.
Yeah.
So I just
As long as if it's copyright free, it would be a problem. Jesus, cat, you purr like a freaking lawnmower. Come on.
Would you be open to other people joining us?
Yeah.
Oops, where'd you go? If
There
we
we go.
invited somebody in here that wants to come, if that's up to them.
Yeah. That's perfectly fine. The more the merrier.
Okay. How about if we send? I can ask you if we want to join, or have somebody join. Like, who? Sakawa, Samsite, I should say. Mystic.
No, if they want to come, they're more than welcome. If they want to come.
If they want to. They're
Yeah.
not asking me. I would send a request off for them to join us if they want to show up here.
Just make sure you let them know that ahead of time that I'm streaming.
Okay.
And that they would be live on Twitch.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
There we go. Space fixed. Yeah, that was a bit of a... It probably happened because Monty pulled my headset off of the desk.
Yeah, you did move a bit, and I figured it was either you getting in or the headset was being dragged somehow, or the controller was being dragged, and it moved you again, like you did in Ferality there.
Yeah, but this time the controllers were on the desk while the headset was on the ground.
Yeah, that's why it looked a little different this time. Your whole avatar wasn't shifting, it was kind of jumping up and down, kind of weird.
Yeah, he was just moving the headset.
Yeah. It was trying to figure out where it's supposed to go, and the cat confused your position in the world here. Hang on, I gotta get back to somebody here.
Okay. And there we go, much better. Two bunnies chatting.
Chat.
Yeah. So how you guys doing in chat? What's up with you guys? I really need to get some channel point redeems set up.
Yeah. You had that set up before, right? When you used to stream?
When I used to stream, I didn't have affiliate. I only just recently got affiliate.
I mean, before you had a Sabatica, or
I couldn't set up channel points until I got affiliate.
You couldn't get it before?
Yeah, I can't do channel point redeems on my own stream until I get affiliate, which I didn't have back then.
How long were you trying to get it at that last time?
Yeah, another bout.
Oh no. Monty, come. Oh Jesus. Why did you put your head in my crotch again? Do you know where you're putting your head there, Solace? I swear. Who knows what goes through a bunny's head when they want to have fun. Anyway. Let's see, who else is on right now? Right now, Solace has gone to the bathroom again, so he kind of left me hanging here again. And I have to entertain everybody. So I just sent you a DM back. And you can ask me, you can talk to me about anything. So I can entertain you from this point of view. You were here last night with me. And slightly in the couch here. I should sit down here. I think that's okay. I'm just waiting for Assaults to get back. What did you say here? Drinks rice. Chilling after work. No brains, only fluff. Yeah, that's me for sure. I'm the one with no brains. This one's got lots of brains. I'm losing him as I get older anyway. Vix, if you have time, you wanna join up later on to see those worlds, let me know. I might be free after Solace is gone. If you wanna see those worlds, let me know. I'm cute. Are you? Put that in chat. You're DMing me directly. Put it in the chat here. If you have a Twitch account, I'm not sure. That will help us all out. So I have to look in the Twitch stream and then I see, nah, you look great. You both are cute. I have to bring up my Discord to see you talking to me privately and not in chat though. And if you're in the chat, you can get channel points. Eventually when he gets some redeeming going,
annoying.
which I don't think he's going. Yeah, that's going to interfere with your stream. That could be a problem.
Where did my controllers go?
That's... Check your Monty.
I threw my controllers in the bed because I had to make a mad dash or make a huge mess. Incontinence is just getting worse. I didn't catch what you said because I wasn't wearing my audio headset.
Yeah. I'm talking to Vix. He's watching the stream, but he's DMing me in Discord, not in chat. So if he wanted to talk to me, stick it into the chat and on in the stream. But I don't know if he has a Twitch account. If he's following anybody there, he might not be logged in, or if you need to have a account to actually watch a stream or not.
I don't have it set that way. It's on a per streamer basis, and I don't have mine set that way.
Okay.
So account or not, they should be able to see my stream just fine.
I don't see him in the viewers. There's only Jen Rice and me.
It only counts. It only counts accounts that are actually logged in.
Okay. So there can be lurkers in there that aren't logged in. That's why I don't see them.
Basically.
Because that's why it shows 3 and there's only 2 in the viewers right now. So there's 1 lurker. That could be Vix right now, for all we know.
Probably.
I see Diamond pop in for a bit there when you started. And he's not in there now, but that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I was only on there for a short bit.
Yeah. That's got to be real problematic, though, and it bothers you.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine.
Yeah. Although
you might have to stream from the bathroom if it comes that you're just sitting down there, but who's going to know where you are in the place unless you stand up?
Or they hear my toilet flush.
You might have to turn your threshold up so you don't hear background noises, though.
Yeah.
Or especially when you have certain hand movements going on around you. When
I just put my controller. I put my controllers on the counter for that part.
Yeah, and just have a headshot. You can have it just a camera on your head, and you could be sitting right here, and they wouldn't know that you're on the pot, and just sitting there. Your hands are by your side, wherever you push them. Leave them unlocked so I can put my hands like this in my lap. My hands are actually free in real life to do whatever I want. They can't see where you are in real life.
Elvis hosted parties from the bathroom?
Well, I'm saying if you have too much and you have in the middle stream and you have like a 10-minute gap or whatever it takes sometimes.
Yeah.
You could still talk to them.
It'd just be
and
frustrating and annoying, though.
Oh, I know. That'd be kind of weird out for me to do it kind of from that point of view. You would have to kind of think where you are in this world right now. That's what the audience sees while you're doing your thing there. Then maybe move the camera off when you're getting off and cleaning up.
I just fed you, Cat. You don't need more food. Yeah, sorry.
You're all right.
Although, hearing you go through the troubleshooting earlier of trying to figure out what was going on with VRchat kind of reminded me of an old story that I once had back when I was doing when I was doing IT work. Of course, I was the one on the phone. I never actually went out to the field.
Right.
But there was this one time when we actually got this woman who was complaining about a monitor that she'd had just bought back when IBM was still doing its thing. They sent out a monitor.
Okay.
Or she bought a monitor, and 2 days later, it just stopped working. So they sent a tech out to look at it, think maybe it was user error or something. They looked at it. It looked fine. They opened up the case, because these were old tube monitors, by the way. Not the flat screens we have now.
They were old CRTs. Cathode ray tubes, yeah.
Yeah. He pulled it open, looked at it, couldn't see nothing wrong with it. Put the case back on, put it back in the truck, gave her a brand new one from off the back of the truck. And logged his case closed. 2 days later, she called back with the exact same problem. The monitor just stopped working. She didn't know what was going on. It was working fine after they got it, but then now suddenly it's not working at all. So they sent another tech out, looked at it, same problem. Opened it up, nothing. They couldn't see anything visibly wrong with it. No markings, no burns in the controls or anything like that. It was just, it didn't work. So they sent it.
Two in a row.
Yeah. So they closed it, or he gave her a new one again because they couldn't find the other case. So they figured maybe it's just a bad luck run of monitors.
That's highly improbable. 2 in a row. Was she doing something wrong that would have caused it?
Yeah, we don't know. Or we didn't know at the time. And it was going fine. She didn't call back. And then 2 weeks later, she called back again. Same exact problem. The monitor just stopped working. So it's like, okay, we thought it was just a thing, but something's clearly going on here.
Yeah.
But 3 in a row, that's something suspicious. So again, they send the tech out. He does this thing, does thorough investigation, plug, unplug, does everything to try and test it.
Nothing.
And nothing was going on. So he got another monitor off the back of the truck, tested that one, got that one working. Everything was working fine, just perfectly. And so he double-checked it again, checked inside, made sure everything was in top shape, and then went back to his truck. Then he checked his pants, realized he forgot some of his tools back inside along with the keys. So he went back inside just in time to see the lady hanging, because this lady was in her 80s apparently. They saw her hanging a plant back up on a hook that's situated above her monitor.
I can see where this is going.
Yeah. And he asked her, it's like, do you always hang that plant over? Yeah, this is where it goes. It's like, ma'am, do you water that plant in this? Of course. Why wouldn't I? It's like, the water from that plant is trickling on your monitors.
Some people just can't figure out that
avoided the entire warranty.
Electronics don't work.
Yeah. It's like, it voided the entire warranty and said, if it breaks again, we're not replacing it.
Wow.
And she got pissed after that, but it's like, Well, it's your dumbass that did it.
Do you stick your electric toaster next to your bathtub when you go make toast and sitting right next to you on the tub
No.
edge?
No, I know better. But it's
Not
like
you. Which you'd ask her. It's like, I do that all the time. What's wrong with hanging a plant that drips on my monitor, or putting a toaster right next to my tub when I'm taking a break?
Yeah.
I mean, do you stick
in her case it was a toaster oven. In her case it was a toaster oven. Why the fuck do you have a toaster oven in the bathroom?
That's why they put all these goddamn labels on things. Do this, and the obvious things. Why do they put all these ugly stickers? Danger, danger, don't do this, don't do that. Childproof it. But there's still idiots that just do the stupidest things that don't read or don't use common sense.
I mean, you could argue that, she's getting on in her age, because she was like supposedly 85 or something, but it's like, my God, how much lack of common sense do you have?
Well, it's that she doesn't know that water and electronics up to this point in her age, that you don't put electronics near water.
Yeah.
That thing's
like,
short.
Would you put your TV would you put your TV next to a monitor? It's like, no. Then why the fuck would you put a computer monitor that's the exact same technology next to a body of water or something that could drip bodies of water on it?
Who knows? You have to scratch your head and say, some people just don't have enough brain cells or going on connecting between each other. I don't know. Or they just don't understand electronics. Or they're having a stroke and they have a mental blankout. They've got epilepsy happening. Who knows?
From what I understand, she had there wasn't any really problems with her. It's just like, should you really be owning a computer if this is what you do with it?
Yeah. You may want to zoom. If we're going to be sitting here for a while, you could zoom in tighter on us because we're really tiny in that picture. They can't really see you. There's not a lot of people in here.
Yeah. I got to find my...
keep it locked in there. Just drag your zoom in and out to make it tight, or zoom it out if there's more people in here.
Yeah. Got to find my little thing again. Every time I sit down, I keep losing the... like, where the hell is the camera? Where the fuck do I keep losing the camera?
Do you lock it in position? Because you can lock it without dragging it accidentally.
And how do I lock it in position? There we go.
Once you got it up, it's the second last button, I think, that has a lock feature on it. And you can't grab it. And then if you wonder why you can't grab it, it's probably locked in that position. So it freezes to you, your body position. So wherever you move, it relatively stays with you. But if you have it unlocked, you can't move. Or in flying mode, you can't move.
Yeah. Now it's stuck in world.
Yeah.
Now let's move this in deeper. Yeah. But that was just kind of... It's like, my God, some people just should not own a computer, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, your camera's a little bit low. It's cutting our ears off. Just move it up.
Let me enable flying here.
Yeah, just ever so little bit. And I can help you on the camera. Or you should explore all the options on here as far as the side bar graphs that you can adjust the floating, the speed, the flying, turning rate.
Yeah, but at the same time, that was just the tip of the iceberg. And there was another one where I've gotten so many times where I've got a call. It's like in the early days, like back when computers, like back when Windows 2000 and Windows ME were just becoming a thing, and I got calls like, "Hey, my cup holder." Or there's something wrong with my cup holder. It's like a cup holder.
I know the cup holder. Yeah.
It's like I wasn't. It's like there's no cup holders on a computer. And it's like well, there's one on this one. It keeps retracting it for every 5 minutes, and then I just sit there and did face palm. It's like
Face plant.
it's like that is not. It's like do you have anything with a little silver disc in it? Yeah. Please take out one of those little silver discs and place it on the thing you identified as a cup holder. Okay. Now
Those
press.
shouldn't even be
Yeah, it's
around a computer.
It's like now press little button. It went in. Oh, a window just popped up on my screen. That is your CD drive, sir. It is designed to read those little silver discs. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, God.
It is not a cup holder. It will retract after 2 minutes because it's not meant to hold your cup. Well, then where else am I supposed to put my cup? On your desk? Or better yet, on the table behind your desk. I have a coffee table. Same thing. I tell you.
I know. I've heard that a long time ago when the CD trays came out. And people said that same thing. It looked like a little thing. Oh, why would they build a cup holder on a computer desktop tower?
And it's like...
It doesn't even have a flat bottom. Really, it's got a space.
And even
for the heads to
and
read
if you look
underneath.
in a lot of those machines, it's actually said CD player on it, and it's like you have a
Yeah.
CD that says CD player. How do you not connect two and two together?
Good question. I asked Willow if she wanted to join us. She's busy doing other things. She DM'd me back. And I'm not going to say what she's doing right now because that would not what you want to hear.
Not Twitch appropriate, basically.
No, it's Twitch related, but I'll show you in DM, okay?
Yeah. I can tell you a lot of those stories.
Oh, I've heard a few of them myself. Okay, let me paste this to you.
It's, like, seriously, some people just should not own a computer.
I could tell you stories about my dad, and it isn't getting any better at his age.
Yeah.
And he's 91 now. Take a look in your DM. I sent a DM to Willow. You don't have to read it out.
Yeah. Oh.
She told me about them.
Yeah, talking about
And,
other streams is fine, but it's like when you start advertising, that's when I have the issue.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to say the name.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
I know she streams.
Okay. She streams for a lot of hours. Like around 12 hours, Willow was saying. That's a long stream to play a game. And you said 3 to 4 hours on yours alone. But 12 hours? She was on when I left, got off.
Wow.
With Willow. I spent a lot of time on here last night. Alone, most of the time. Watching Twitch streams on here. Playing that marble game. Then Vix joined, left. Tried to join up with another streamer to go on theirs. And that's where I finally got friended. Joined with them. Stayed on for about 50 minutes after I finally got on. The stream just ended. Met them. And then the internet crashed. Or not crashed, went down for maintenance. I thought, what the hell happened? Why did they freeze? And the first thing I looked at, it
Your
didn't come
internet
back.
connection
Don't
died.
disconnect nothing. I looked at the icon on my bottom tray. It didn't show the normal icon for a connection. It was disconnected.
Happened to me more than once.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass, isn't it?
the thing is, it was around 3 or 4 when they usually do maintenance, and it's not down for very long, maybe 15 minutes. And they do give you a warning. If you're watching TV, you can postpone it till later, say restart later or whatever.
Yeah. You can now. Back then, that was probably devastating. It's like, why the hell did you bring the network down? I'm watching sports.
There's always somebody watching all the time, but they pick the least popular time that will impact everybody, 3, 4 in the morning. And you have where I have it, my provider can say when you want to schedule. When do you think you're not going to be on? Pick a range, and it will be pushed on then. Yeah. You can't say none.
Yeah. Down here,
it might be between these hours that you're not on.
Down here, Spectrum just does it without even bothering to tell you. Although they claim to advertise it on the website, but I've had instances where maintenance goes down. I call and say, hey, why is it down? We had scheduled maintenance planned for this hour. We listed on the website. I'm looking right at it, and it's not there. Then suddenly the website reloads. It's like, yeah, now it's there.
Yeah.
After I remind you to refresh the fucking page.
Let's see. What else is going on here? Twitch. Nothing. Or hosting from the bathroom just like Elvis?
Yeah, that's what he said. He hadn't said, or
Jensen
Rice didn't he? I don't know. Elvis spent a lot of time in the bathroom, though. By the end of it, from what I understand, he hosted a lot of parties from the bathroom. But that's just rumor and hearsay. There's no actual confirmation.
Yeah. Rumors.
Rumor has it.
Rumors spread faster than truth. For some reason, because it's interesting, it's gossipy.
Something scandalous is going on.
I'm going to get my tablet and bring it back here and trying to, instead of reading across the room, I can't see the words very well.
Yeah, okay. I forgot to cash in all my keys in all this time that I've been here. I had 22 keys.
I let mine once get up to like 40. It's like, okay, I've missed an hour, and 40 accumulated.
Yeah, and that seems to happen on this world. Yeah. How do you like the music, Mew?
Jazzy. I don't know if I can stand much of it for very long. Could put on synthwave, just mix it up, because it all sounds the same after a while. Okay,
I just needed some background music for the stream that I could actually stream, you know?
Yeah, I know. Is there any other music that you could stream that's similar? Just change it up from... You put this on. This is not the world one.
Yeah, I put this on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Oh, this is nice and slow.
Yeah, it's a bunch of different songs mixed up.
Hang on, I just got something here. Come on. I hate this slider. It's so touchy. The volume on the browser for the Twitch stream volume. It's so tiny. This pointer's so fat and it's so jerky. It doesn't increment. It should have like a forward arrow. You click and it does one point at a time. Okay, let's see where we are. I'm at 14 gemstones right now, or what are they called? Paragon gems?
Yeah, that's a lot of gems.
I think I'm just going to ride the waves, just let it stack up past 500, 600, 700. See if I can get to the last one, which is, or at least the next one. I'm on tower... Charge shot level 6 at 6.28 billion to upgrade. done that 5 times already after buying it. And I could update it now, or I can wait till the next tower, which is the Quadra shot tower, which is 200 billion. Last night I got up to about 150, and it's like, okay, I should upgrade my other towers because the ships were escaping at that point.
There we go.
Music stopped. Oh, which one is this?
Copyright-free synthwave. 1 second. You're offline on Discord.
Who?
You?
No. Oh, did I not update my fucking thing? I thought I did. Oh shit. Fuck. I usually do that clockwork-wise, but I forgot to take my sleeping on and put my rabbit bunny back in there for chilling, and change my status back to from invisible to online.
You be stealth discording.
Synthwave. Oh, there it is. 80s background music, copyright free.
Yes.
It's different. How loud is it actually in your stream? I gotta turn off my volume in the world here, so it doesn't override what I hear in my headset from my browser, so I can hear your stream. So I'll turn that off. That's off there. How can I hear you now?
I don't have it very loud. It's like in the background.
I can hear it in the background if I turn up your volume. Test 1, 2, 3.
Echo.
Well, I'm pretty loud to you. Is it picking me up through your mic, or you got a separate stream for me picking me up?
Anything that comes through VRchat, it picks up, or it puts in stream through my desktop audio. I don't have VRchat on a separate audio source.
Okay. And of course, you can adjust my volume in your VRC menu to bring the volume down if you want to. I'm going to turn my world volume back on so I can hear here instead of through you. Turn it down, turn your voice up.
Once you get up in the numbers and you're still not very high, with these ascensions, it's very difficult to get through. Or it's very difficult to get to the higher ones. It practically takes forever.
Yeah. Have you updated your ascension board? Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on that? Are you filling all the secondaries before the second column of primaries?
I got 6 more to go, and I'm waiting until I get to 375 to get the last 6 that I need.
And put a 1 in each of the secondaries at least before you can jump in. Or you really don't need them all filled to get a secondary primary or second primary. You just need a straight path, and then you can open up the next one at 15 gems. Then go back and fill up every secondary on the previous.
Had to fix my chat. So how you guys doing? You okay in there, chat?
This is why I was suggesting maybe marbles while we're playing in here, and you could be doing chat and just let that run in the background and announce the winners, show the results. Like some Twitch streamers, seeing yourself on a game that you're playing while in stream attracts a lot of people just for that alone. And while you're in there, you can mention the names. You'll get feedback that way.
Yeah.
I mean, they might not necessarily be participating in the chat, but they'll be playing along with your games just because they like to play games in it. Just a thing. I thought when I first heard of marbles, is that something I had to install on Twitch to play this game? And then somebody says it's just exclamation play. I was like, oh fuck. I'm trying to figure out how to play it on Steam. How do I get it going? Do I log in, create an account, and all that? No, that's done by the streamer setting it up. And it's some kind of macro controlled exclamation point is a command through chat to play the game. It links back to the game that you have linked in chat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of exclamation commands that you can do. I've seen exclamation lurk. I don't know what that does.
That just basically tells the streamer, hey, I'm going to be watching your stream, but I'm not going to be chatting or participating. It gets the views, though, at least. And that's the important thing.
But it doesn't actually do a command. You could just sit there and type nothing, and then you'd still be lurking. What's the difference between putting that in and not putting it in?
I don't know.
I don't understand why even point that out. Because I never seen Crema put one in the exclamation lurking. As soon as he done that, his name will appear in the chat, so he doesn't even say anything. I think he has never chatted. He was the first one to tell me about Twitch, and I didn't know what Twitch was. About furries. He showed me Beat Saber, getting me into Beat Saber. He showed me Twitch Beat Saber once. It's like, why do I want to watch this? I don't understand what they're doing. It's too fast. I can't read it. And I just wasn't interested at that time 2 years ago. And now
it's more fun to, it's one of those games where it's more fun to play than watch.
Indeed. But participating, I kind of interact a little bit on some streams, like another Twitch streamer that you and I know.
Like Diamond, you mean?
Diamonds, Corpse. And I know Zaldars. I've done his a couple times. They get to know my name. If you interact a little more than the normal. If there's too much chat going on, they might not see you and they can't have a normal conversation with you because there's so many other people that would like to talk with the host. But if they got like 10, they'll stop. They'll actually take the time to talk to 3 or 4 of them at a time. I've seen Diamond handle 2 or 3 at a time. And he keeps a conversation going. If there's nobody in here, he'll just talk about his day, what's going on. And that takes a talent just to keep the chatter going. So it's not just staring off into space.
I try to do that, though I'm not always successful at it.
Well, I know. It takes kind of a certain... Oh, what did it say? Ladies, you know what they say about bunnies with big ears. They have big feet. Really, Vix? Really? I guess it's true.
Are they in the stream?
Huge. No, they're DMing me that. He just DM'd me that. Oh, he's typing something else to me now.
Probably asking not to respond in chat.
Or no, he just said beans heart shape. Heart.
Me and the boys at 4 a.m. looking for beans. I still don't get that one. Like, how is that funny?
I've never heard anybody say it.
It was a picture that was going around on the internet for a while of some weird, bizarre-looking creature with coming through a door, and the caption was "Me and the boys at 4 a.m. looking for beans." It's like there's not even a can of beans in the shot, and it's like, what the fuck is this? How is this? It's like, how is this funny?
Is it furry context related?
No, it's just some weird, bizarre black goo-like creature. Like someone had tied a bunch of those long clown balloons that they always make balloon animals out of.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a black gooey creature that looked like this, stepping through a doorway, and the caption was "Me and the boys at 4 a.m. looking for beans," and it's like, in what context is that even supposed to remotely make sense? How is that funny?
Yeah. Give me some background to kind of fill in the gaps of what I'm missing about that, because it doesn't make any kind of sense to me.
Apparently, it was just them being random for the sake of being random. It's like that's just not random. That's just being asinine.
Vic said beans like feet, like paws to beans. Huh? Beans like feet.
Bunny beans.
Paws to beans.
I think she wants you to flash the camera where.
I don't have any beans on my feet, do I? No.
No, we don't have beans on their feet.
Nope. You know that, Vix. We don't have beans. Rabbits don't have beans. They have furry kind of pads. You don't see black pads like dogs.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing about Okins versus a lot of the other bunny avatars that I've seen. All of them have nose pads and beans on their hands and feet. It's like, that is not a bunny.
No, it isn't.
How the hell?
I didn't know that. I think another friend of us, Salem, actually mentioned that rabbits don't have beans. I thought all animals do. They run on the ground. They have to have toughness on the ground if they're hitting rock or anything that toughen pads out of their feet, their fingertips. And for some reason, they don't have it. And I wonder how they evolved without just having hair, whether it's not worn off to the skin.
I don't know.
Either they lay on a lot of grass, or they don't use it for speed. They hop, more pressing down than pushing along the ground to get speed.
Well, they use their claws to dig into the ground to give them that burst. The claws are what give them the traction and not the feet pads themselves.
But all animals have claws to get grip. But they retract. Cats retract back up. Dogs, wolves, whatever, retract. I've never owned a bunny, so I don't know if they have actually nails you have to clip. Do you have to clip bunny nails? Does anybody know that? I have no idea.
Good luck getting the bunny to cooperate while you clip them. They're worse than cats, so I'm told.
Well, yeah, if they like to hop, I imagine. But they don't scratch with their back legs too often. I think it's momentary that they might do their ears. But they do pulling their ears back. They clean their ears, long ears.
Yeah.
That's about it. I've never watched their cleaning mannerisms that they do. Until I get one myself someday, maybe. Which I'm debating that they're a good cable chewer. So I got a lot of cables behind my TV, around my computer. How do I fence all that off? They like to hop 2 or 3 feet in the air.
There are things that you can use to string your cables through, like a protective outer thing that they'll chew on, but you'll have to replace them annually. Because the rabbits need to chew, because their teeth do not stop growing ever.
Or I have a big space downstairs where I am right now. I can have it all penned off in a room. No cables. Build it so it's just a room for them. That's a lot of work.
And sometimes what you got to do.
I just have a litter box downstairs. They have their own little shit box they go into. I just clean it out once every 2 or 3 days. I filter it out. And it's so potty trained that cats are just clean.
Yeah.
You don't have to take them for walks, and they pee. They know their spot. They know their scent. They're low maintenance compared to dogs. They're the best pet next to a cat or a dog or a bunny, especially when they get mature. That's providing they have free roam of the whole house. If I lock mine in my room, I would not hear the meowing stop. Stitch does not like closed doors.
No, they do not.
No way. And when she says she wants to go out, she'll stand by the door, and she won't look at meow. She'll just stare at the back door onto the deck. And she'll just look at the doorknob. Meow, meow. And I'm looking at the door, read my mind. What am I looking at? Fill it in. You can do this, human. I want to go outside. Can you read what my body language is?
Cats mostly communicate through body language and sense glands.
Yeah.
Humans don't have that ability.
They don't speak to other cats.
They don't. They meow at us because they learn that it's a way that gets our attention. When they're talking to each other, they don't. It's like they specifically taught themselves how to meow just so they can interact with us. And it's kind of like
pretty well. Yeah.
But if you see a wildcat, you notice that they hardly ever meow at all. It's all through body language and scent glands.
I'm gonna send.
You don't know what, Jensen?
Who else is on right now? I meant to do this earlier.
Let's see.
Who could we? Curves on.
I don't think he'd be too keen to be on stream.
No, not well. I understand that. I don't think Stormy would. He's got his own.
Yeah. I wouldn't dare go into a public.
Go ahead.
Who? I was gonna say I wouldn't dare go into a public with a camera, because then I'll get mobbed by a bunch of people wanting to be on screen. Half of them probably under the age of 18.
Not necessarily. There's one I know that. What the hell is this stream name called? I'd have to look it up. That has tons of avatars he can switch into. And he goes around to these public worlds. I think it is group instances, somehow just joins in. And people are just randomly talking about anything, be it non-furries or furries. And he shows up and he does these weird kind of animated avatars that he does. Makes a joke and he's the center of attention, does goofy things. Goes off in the distance, changes into something else, and he comes back and does a whole new shtick about his special effects that he can toggle on in these avatars. I'm not going to mention their name. I'll send you a link later.
Yeah.
But they've been doing this. They have quite a few followers. But for people that aren't expecting to show up, I think in these public worlds, they're like, okay, this guy's entertaining. In a group of 15, pops in, pops out, goes to another world.
Yeah, if I could do voices, I would.
You would not be able to do what he does on the fly real quick. Unless you had a lot of special avatars that would do this entertaining value.
Yeah.
You know how that one avatar you had does all that MMD dancing or automatic thing to music? There's ones that have talk or do special effects that way that are built into looking a certain way, speaking a certain way. They've got voice mods going on to them, linked. Not necessarily just music or dance. And it's like, are you doing this or is this all automated? And he can have 2 or 3 of these avatars within one interacting with each other. Like 4 of them all dancing on a group, singing together.
That must be intensive.
It's cool to see, but I've seen it done with other avatars where you can multiply yourself, and it's an MMD version of your gesture dance where there's multiple ones of you. Like that one. But he would have multiple ones of this one simultaneously stacked beside him. You couldn't tell which one he was. But they were all talking to each other. It was all choreographed. It was all like running through a program. They ran through a song. They all had their own voices, but it was one person that just had it just running in the background. He just watched himself. Just like when you're automated and dancing, you just sit there and watch yourself. We had 4 of these going, simultaneously singing and commenting back and forth to him. Oh, wow. It's not the bunny hour now.
I just had to do that with this RBG thing.
Oh, aren't you cute? Adorable.
Well, this avatar was designed to be this way.
I know. It's weird to be in there. All you got is nub for arms, the big eyes, RGB color changing, songs that you could put on and on, off and on.
Here we go.
And if there's other ones that are like that avatar, you can get them all in sync with each other, dancing together. And
this is the V6. I've been in it the whole time. It's a shame this world doesn't have audio link.
No. These idle worlds like this that have the turrets set up typically don't have audio link. Even nice idle cube.
Oh, Idle Cube
Doesn't
actually
have
has
audio
audio link.
Does it?
Yeah, it does for me. It works every time.
Yeah, okay, right. It has that palette that you can, I think,
Yeah.
Spectrum dial it. Okay, that's a sign that it has it. To have
Yeah.
one of those things you can tune it to whatever you want locally. Five.
No one else
Gems
to
to do.
hang out with. A fun place to go
How
too
long
would
you
be. I was just gonna do the standard 4 hours. We've already been streaming for 3.
3 already? Really?
Yeah. Three hours straight, according to OBS. At least I've been streaming for 3 hours. 3 hours,
Yeah,
5
it's
minutes, and
like
26
record.
seconds.
I got 1 hour 44 when I came on. So right now it is your time. You're on East Central,
Yeah.
so you're coming up to 1 o'clock your time.
Yeah. And we got another viewer in the chat.
Do we?
Yeah. Someone by the name of Jammy Bunny. Welcome on in. Trying to stealth join the chat, I see. I think they're another streamer.
Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh,
A bunny in jammies.
come on. Join us, or
I don't
chat
think they're
with
on
us.
VRchat.
Oh, I know. Well, I just said they can just join us and chat. They're not gonna
Yeah.
be our chat. That's what I meant to say in the first place. Okay. Let me adjust this volume close up because it's easier to slide it.
Yeah.
Put it at 1%. I don't want to hear myself.
I have a lot of people that just like to come in, lurk for a bit, and then they just head on out.
Well, everybody's been on a chat channel before,
Yeah.
and they don't know what to say. They'll just listen, watch the chat itself, watch the host go.
Thinking about
Whatever
tomorrow, I'm
they
just
want.
gonna. Yeah. I think tomorrow for my stream, I'm just gonna do a Fallout 4 stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
wanna
do you
call-
play Fallout 4? Why to watch chat at the same time? Do you pause the game, look at chat, respond, and then
Well,
go back? Or, do you, or
I've got 2 monitors.
or
I have the game
or-
on one monitor and the stream on the other. And I don't do
Okay.
it through a VR headset, so. Although if I were to play Skyrim VR, I would have to do it like I do in here. It'd be the same thing where I'd use OVR Toolkit just to see the chat. But when I'm just doing a regular game, it's like I have 2 monitors and both of them are in my purview, so if someone says something in the chat, I can just look over and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? The problem is that sometimes when I'm in there, I get locked in and I don't pay attention to the chat often enough, and it's just like, gets a little chaotic. So I got to
Do you
train
ever
myself to
think-
try and divert my attention.
there's a way around it, I think, that I've seen Twitch streamers use,
And what's that?
where you don't even have to look at the chat. It's a good thing to look at and check which one you want to respond to. Or, in your case that the stream is slow, you can have a text to speech, so you don't even have to read. And you'll hear the audio of it saying what to text it to you.
Yeah.
A lot of Beat Saber players don't read the chat while they're doing
Yeah.
it, yet they're talking
Yeah,
back. It's
the
like,
thing
how
is
can
that
you read the chat
for me,
while you're doing Beat Saber?
yeah, for me, the audio is going to be the problem, because if someone says that, or if someone says something in the chat and it reads it out to me, then the chat's also going to hear it, and I don't know how to mute that so chat doesn't hear it, but I still hear it.
Somehow people do it. That's muted out. You don't hear it. Feedback.
Yeah, they probably
It's
mute
not part of the stream.
They probably mute the audio from the, or they probably put the audio in the stream and then mute it somehow, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'll have to look
and
into
then
that.
there's even a way that people click. They type back their mutes, and they're in Beat Saber, and they don't want to speak, so they do it at a keyboard. There's other ones that their voice can be detected and goes to text. So whoever's texting to them goes to voice. When your voice speaks, you can speak back text to them. So it's strictly translated to text either way, incoming and outgoing. You don't have to touch a keyboard. The only one that's going to be texting is the chat. You don't have to touch a keyboard, and you can just listen to the voice, text to voice audio, and then respond. Muted, while the voice to text goes back and replies back in chat. People don't even know you're sitting there talking. While you're doing this, you're talking and you're muted and you're speaking back. They don't hear me talking right now. I'm talking. That talking goes right back to chat. The thing is, if you miss the chat, you'd have to look at the board. Okay, I didn't hear that. I missed that voice. Mention that from text to voice. And you can look up there and then respond back. Or you can do the click on the keyboard. Show that you're actually responding to somebody. Loria does that.
Really?
Or, yeah. She will do click with 2 fingers and type back in the chat. I've never heard her voice. She doesn't want her voice heard. Sony has a text to voice mod, so she can change her pitch of it to whatever she wants. I've heard multiple tones or levels of pitch change. I think it's female on that one. That's one of Valoria's friends. A real good Beat Saber player. One of the highest up there I've seen. Plays Expert Plus stuff mostly. I think Aloria and her friends are all expert levels, to be honest. Some of the complex tech patterns that they do are way too fast for me and you and me right now. They spent over like 500 plus hours on it or more if I look on their Steam. Or just how they're doing in the stat channels on Beat Leader, for instance. There's a couple well-known leadership boards that you can track their movements. You can download them into Beat Saber mods. You can see exactly how they were swinging and replay their moves for every song. That's something that the vanilla one, you can't do it without mods to do it, reproduce. The individual player, when they did a level, completed it, you can see all their mistakes they made, where they were swinging, how fast they were doing it. You can even move your arms in the same position if you can follow along in the same pattern. You can almost be mirroring within their body movement. All you see is the sabers moving. Where their head position, it's kind of like a head icon thing going on. And their hands flailing around, or just the sabers. You don't see the VRM, you don't see AV or anything like that. But you can see exactly the swings they did. You're superimposed in their position when you play it back. You can stop, replay it back through a Beat Saber Manager or Mod Assist. Loria went from a Mod Assist, I believe, to Beat Saber Manager now. And I tried Beat Saber. It's a little Beat Saber Manager. It's a little different mod. It's pretty straightforward. But I want to know how some of these mods work. I want to do the offset angle for the blades that come out like Wolverines coming out of my wrist coming straight. Instead of having them come out at an angle like this, they come straight out. So all I have to do is like this.
Nice.
There's one Twitch streamer that's he just basically just waves his hand and pats them away, barely using his arms to fling, and he can get the pre-swing and the post-swing points in Beat Saber for the maximum points, and they're hitting close to like 115 all the time in the combinations that are like continuous. Maybe 2 breaks in their combinations throughout the whole thing. And they achieve like S for sure, or SS level.
Maybe if I get a payout, I might actually earn enough to actually buy those games eventually.
Yeah. Well, this one person I was told by Zeldar that does this thing, or I'm not sure if it was Corv, say they actually know Linux programming. They've got like super high-end gaming going on there. It's smooth. He's got a lot of mods going on there. He's tweaking this, in every song. He's constantly tweaking the performance, the song, how it maps out to him, the speed of it. Plus a lot of things I just don't want to bog him down in his channel asking him, what does that do? What does that do? I don't know the name of what that is on the screen. I just seen it briefly in his headset view. He's got a view from his point of view behind him. You know, you can have multiple OBS angles of the cameras in there. And setting up the cameras in OBS in Beat Saber is tricky. And maybe I just don't know how to get all these working, these mods, because you have to have subscription, you have to log into them, you have to have them connected with the mods to work properly.
I'm still want to try Beat Saber one of these days.
You might want to do it just for, like you said, do it for a short period of time, because you told me you get tired on your feet. So
yeah,
go there, go to World Hop, do a little bit in VRC, or standalone, or group in a VRC together. You can do that in vanilla. You don't have to have it modded. Give them the code, access code. I went on to another streamer, Canadian streamer, and I got in there. I had troubles getting in there, finally got in there. But they were playing maybe hard level or hard to hard plus to expert. I got in there, they're playing like expert plus. It's like, okay, I thought I could do this. Then they bring out the hard ones. It's like, holy crap, this is still too fast to see them. The brick response rate was less than 1.5 seconds.
I'd have to train my body up to that. I'd have to play the game a lot to do that one. But I would need games like that anyway to help build up my feet strength so I can actually stay on my feet longer.
Yeah. You don't have to stand. You can be moving around. A lot of them you don't see their feet moving because they don't have necessarily need trackers in there unless they do put them on. And I know one Twitch streamer that has, you can see him literally dancing around. He's kicking back and swaying and timing it all perfectly. I thought, wow, that's what I'm trying to go for. The full body effect of moving my whole butt, my ears. So I'm not just standing there, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. My legs aren't moving. They're waddling on auto control. But that helps your legs standing, so you're not locking your knees up. You don't get tired. If you're walking, moving around, dancing between them, stepping on one, then the other, putting it forward, back. You should watch me when I do it in VRchat Beat Saber, how I'm moving around. I don't stand still. Just because I've done it for like 6 hours before, and it's like, why do my legs hurt so much under the back part here?
Yeah.
You're not moving, you're just standing, your arms are doing all the
I remember
work.
one.
So why not dance like Aloria does on hers? That's what got me interested in Beat Saber too.
Yeah.
Everybody does whatever they want. It's up to them.
I need more
styles.
VR games. VRchat alone is just gonna. I want to make use of this gift you gave me, and I really appreciate that. You really didn't have to give me this.
It's what friends do. You wouldn't be here talking to me. I would have nobody to talk to. So, and we do spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
I find your conversation stimulating and interesting. And you're not into the ERP. I understand that. That's fine. It's
like, why would I need ERP?
More or less than going on.
Like, why would I need ERP when I got that in real life?
I know. But people do escape real life to do ERP in here, be it who they are and whatever they want to be. And you know all about those SPS things that people can attach and get haptic feedback and whatnot.
Yeah.
This
That's one thing I don't think.
I believe, right?
Yeah, the stream's 18 plus. You can talk about that stuff all you want. Just don't get too explicit.
Well, no, I'm not. I gotta know the context of who's watching us there too, and who's listening.
Well, it's supposed to be 18 plus, so they're not 18. If they're not above the age of 18, then they need to get the fuck out.
Yeah, you think that's going to keep a lot of kids from getting in here, watching that? There's no parental control. There's no proving that you're 18 to get into Twitch streams. VRC's got a world access of 18 plus through its verification thing.
And
that
so
they
does
added
Kick
to it.
and YouTube.
Yeah.
But even on those systems, kids can lie.
Yeah, there's ways around it. And kids are smarter than the parents trying to block or monitor their movements or say what they're seeing. Kids are more tech savvy than the parents are, because look at the generation gap right there.
Yeah. I can tell you that for sure from my years as tech support.
My son actually could figure me out how to get around things at his age, probably around 15, way before 18, how to backdoor circumvent what I put on for locks. He could figure that out. If I could do it, he could do it on his phone. If I could get onto the phone, if they don't have it locked for me to do that thing, they're not going to let you get into the phone. You don't touch my phone. You don't touch my settings. I'm not going to let you do that. Then there's this whole family issue that you can't control my life at that point. Maybe when they're kids and you give a kid a tablet, they shouldn't even have one at that age, to be honest. Giving your kid a babysitting tool that they're going into sites that you're not watching what they go into, way before they even are formed the basic concept of what normal is. Watching the stuff that's way before their age of...
Before the age they're supposed to have it?
Yeah. And a lot of parents could care less. Give them this tool. They're not crying. It's teaching them what the future's all about. Yeah, well, what's going to stop them going down questions of, what's this AI question do? Mom, you won't answer the question where birds and the bees come from. I'll just Google it, or I'll AI question that through this AI. They'll get answers.
Maybe not the answers they want.
Maybe in the future, pictures to give them the web pages they've seen.
All that happens right now.
Oh, I know. And that's not a good thing. We're seeing the effects of kids growing up on tablets. You know, you look and they're all down on their freaking phones, tablets. Not so much tablets now. That's old stuff. That's for old people that can't see a phone that's too small. Give them a tablet. It's better than a laptop. It's portable, but it's big enough to see. It's like kind of like this tablet thing I've got in my hand right now. And I can see it big enough. I don't have to read it too tight. It doesn't have a keyboard. I can just touch it. Kids are touching things. They like to push things accidentally as a kid. You can imagine them pushing the wrong buttons, getting into some sites, accidentally downloading something that they weren't supposed to do. Oh, just click OK. I don't read the terms of service. They don't read the warnings. They're downloading some nefarious kind of or some virus thing. Or I want to buy this and get a hold of my dad's credit card when he's not looking out of his wallet. Put in the information, stick it back in the card. Does the parent know where their cards are at all times?
No. Although I have heard something about that. I had heard something about a mother actually getting a call from her bank about these surcharges for a game in the hundreds, and it's like, the kid was basically banned from the internet for a year after that. But it's like, you're the one who gave him access to this shit. Yeah. You're the one who didn't bother to monitor him in the first place until this happened. Now you're about $3,000 in debt, and it's like,
you might want to step out of that blanket. You're kind of half covering yourself up.
Yeah.
Grab the tablet all the way here. I don't think that shows up in your stream, does it? No.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's just the irresponsibility of having kids if you're not going to raise them, and they get all their information off the net now, which more and more North American children are growing up with now.
Yeah.
The Black Mirror. God knows how they're learning. And there's the fingertips of learning things. The books are becoming, like libraries are becoming obsolete when they can see everything real time, updated, new and fresh, and not necessarily filtered through what is appropriate to read, what is true, what's false. and they're getting exposed to whatever bias they believe in, and they can go in that direction and amplify it. Negative thoughts, I can find sites that are negative in my thinking, and it will just make me believe what I'm saying is true. Good or bad, left and right. There is no rules to what you want to think or look up, because there'll be somebody in this world of all the users that are saying this is correct even though it's bad, and they'll give you all the reasons to say, yep, follow me, believe in me, here's all the proof. Don't research, don't look at all the footnotes of where I did all this stuff. I'm just telling you this stuff. Some of them don't even tell you the disclaimer, this is strictly for entertainment purposes. If they don't give that up front, and you think, God, this guy's telling me the truth about aliens and all this proof he's showing me and this stuff, and yet at the end, this is just strictly for entertainment, so don't believe a word I'm saying. That people don't even sometimes hear that. They cut off before the video's over, and they take that for being the truth. It's not Markiplier, that is another one. There's a Canadian one that I won't mention. And he's actually pretty interesting. He has a real interesting, almost Markiplier voice, even better than that. And I'll point you to his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But he made some interesting videos that he goes back to show what I used to do. He never was face shown before. Now he strictly does face views of himself talking in front of a camera with a mic pointed in front of him. He's kind of grown up in that respect. And he's being honest with everybody, but he's still entertaining what he did back 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and he's still going over that stuff. What kind of state of mind he was in, and where he was coming from. And people, you know, this is what's going through my head. I was going through a dark time. You wouldn't have known it then when he did it. Or it was a good time, or I was having fun at the time, and I just kind of went with the flow. Got a lot of hits, views. There's been other YouTubers that have been washed down because they've copyrighted some other thing that was from another YouTuber, and they got shut down through Reddit or other things really quick. It spread through grapevine real quick. And you wonder, well, they were entertaining for a point. They had a lot of good facts. They did the research, but they pissed off a lot of people when they started doing certain thing other Twitch streamers were doing. There's a long story on another one that I don't watch anymore because they kind of the viewership just dropped right off.
Yeah, there was another streamer that I watched that actually he was a singer type, or he would post videos he came up with a song. He was the original creator, and it was like his original song, and so whenever it played for him, he would never get copyright struck. And then someone else decided to do a cover of that song on another channel, posted it on YouTube, and then then copyright struck the guy who created the original song. And it's like YouTube didn't care. They still took the video down and demonetized it, so that he wasn't earning money off of it. And it was going to this other guy who did a cover of that song that he originally created. And it's like, where do you make the distinction in that regard? He had the capability, and he should have sued YouTube for that. And the guy who got him demonetized, and it's like, he's the original creator of the song. He should have taken that to court and actually got a precedent saying, it's like, this guy was the original creator. He shouldn't have been demonetized. And it's like, people will do anything to try and chip you out of money just so they can get theirs.
True. I'm not doubting it, but in the end, it comes back to haunt you.
Yeah.
And in this community, some help, some don't bother others because that just brings them down really quick when you make somebody else look bad or use their content in your content. Did you get access rights to display somebody else's?
Yeah.
You know those ones that actually do a review on other people's YouTubes? Where they're talking about something, they'll stop and pause and comment on it. Review streams like that. You gotta be careful when you say it, because what makes you true over them?
Oh.
You're not the know-it-all. then somebody could be doing a YouTube of you criticizing somebody that you criticize of somebody else.
It's all about...
I mean, you can go down that rabbit hole, and you got to be damn sure you're talking about, and your audience knows your sources. You got to be pretty covering your ass and not getting into hot water and sinking your own ship. That's why I'm never probably will go down that road. I'm not that smart to do that.
Yeah. It's got. I know it's just the way technology is now. It gets easier and it gets easier and easier for people to do more and more things with it that they don't even have to think about it, and they'll do whatever they can to get their piece of the pie. And then when someone else tries to do it, they'll suddenly like, they can't do that. I'm the one that should be doing that, and then they'll try and knock down the ladder so that nobody else can.
Your positioning your camera is cutting off half your head, just so you know. You might want to just pull it back a little. I know it's tight.
Yeah.
If you can see it in your... wait for it to catch up. A little more. Can you see your own Twitch stream?
No, but I can see what my camera sees.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't show the top of your ears yet. I see mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I just have it that close so they can actually see us better.
Yep.
Because streams like
I got my back.
Yeah.
I got my back sort of turned to it that way, so I'm looking at you, and all they can see is the back of my head, more or less.
I could move the camera over there somewhere.
Yeah, we're looking at the board. If we're looking at TV, instead of us curled like me looking at you this way and your camera's back there, where would it be the best? If we're in this corner and you look at what angle we want to look at some of the boards, and looking both of us at the same time, you could place it probably where we're looking the most, which would be between that corner and that corner. Somewhere's up here, I'm guessing. Looking down here, that angle, zoomed in, top down, and us more or less. Oh, hang on, where did I go? Us, both of us, more or less looking at the board, playing the game, and even having our screens up, virtual desktop, so you can see Twitch stream there, or the chat, while looking at the board, and we're both facing the camera.
You mean like this?
Let's see. Yeah. That way, the thing is, I can't be looking you in the face, but we could be looking like sideways like this, looking at the camera a little bit. I don't have to turn my head like 90 degrees just to see the camera. And they're not looking at the back of my head. But you have to look at from the audience's point of view, the chat's point of view, where they see our faces. They don't want to look at the back of us, or some parts clipped.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of that one video with these guys who were doing CG and animation, telling just stupid dad jokes. I don't know if you've seen those music videos.
No, probably not.
It's just real stupid
consciously
shit.
in OBS, I have my own mirror, so I see myself next to you talking, so I can see my reflections, what I look at. Or I can go camera behind me, I can have a camera in front of me, or I can have my head point of view. But every time I turn my head, your brain compensates for what it's looking at. It rotates the eyes, it keeps everything horizontal. When you're looking at through its camera point of view, the whole screen is tilting like this when I go like this with my head.
Yeah.
So it's either keeping my head very stable, turning it slow if I'm the camera, or you fix it to the world. And it does the viewing in one stationary position. You don't have to worry about what you're looking at, depending on the situation. Are you in a game looking at stuff?
Yeah.
Do you want it falling behind you where you're going? Do you want it to look at you while you're coming at objects, not seeing what you're seeing? That's why you have pins. You can have a pin up there, a pin on way over there, and you can know where that pin 1 is over there, pin 2's there, pin 3 can be from behind you. The distance from the camera depends on the space that's not blocked by walls. Tighter the walls, the closer the cameras have to be without clipping. If you got a big space, sure, zoom it out as far as you can, then zoom it in on area. If you know you're not moving, you're just sitting in a little cuddle pile, zoom it out, push it way out there, zoom right in. You'll get a nice effect that way. A lot of streamers are doing. You get the blurred effect. You can play with the focus area. You haven't played
How
with
would I
that
do that?
much.
Is that a
That's
mod?
interesting. No, that's part of the camera.
And how would I set that up?
You'll see it. Actually, I've seen it done in mine. And it depends if you have a lot in the background. That was actually done on another stream that I was in with Hiro Corgi.
Hero Corgi.
And we were sitting there. Yep. He had a far background. We were all cuddled far from the background, but he had a narrow little band of focused area. All of it below, past a certain point, was blurred behind him. The effect of having your camera way back there and then zoomed in gives such a crisp definition of smoothness than if you had the camera right in front of you. It looks completely weird.
There
different.
we go.
The frame rate, it smooths out the frame rate, it seems to me.
Now they can see us better.
If you... Oh, where's the camera? Oh, there
Right
it is.
there.
Okay. I see it. I have to bring up my menu just to see your name. That's another thing, VRchat. If you're listening, I like to see my own camera with a big label or make the camera button bigger. Because if it's a button like that tiny little thing, way zoomed out and it's in the middle of the star field, I can't tell from the star. Honestly. Think of disabilities with people that have low res or macular degeneration going on or can't see center of point. And you're looking for a tiny little dot that doesn't show your label, but it shows everybody else's camera when you spawn your menu up. Show mine, at least. Keep it secret to me that I can see at least where it is. Put crosshairs on it. Ridicule on it. Make it bigger.
Or give us the option to highlight our own camera.
Yeah. So I can say, oh, there's my camera, there's everybody else's.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn tiny at a distance. Unless get this, if you're zoomed in really small, make yourself small, and your lens is like this big around you. The lens doesn't shape or conform to your size, it stays a regular size.
Yeah.
And I see my lens is this big, it's huge.
The one thing that I really don't like is how you can't see your camera, but when you're in a world and you're streaming, everyone else can see it except you.
Yeah. I know.
It's like, if they can see it, why can't I see my own? It's like, what's the point of that?
Well, they don't want to see other people's cameras because it obstructs their view. It's got to be local to them. Until they turn up the menu. Yeah, now I can see all the red beams going to the sky, just like in Ferality. I've seen a lot in events. The first time I went in Ferality, I seen, what are these little lights? Then they have a little camera with a lens flaring off, a little angle thing. And I noticed that's where they are in the world. You can see them anywhere in the world. They're just strings of red lights. But you couldn't see where the camera was on them. During the fireworks, I mean, I seen 15 of them pointed to the sky. And I know if you come straight down to them, that's where the camera is. Somewhere's in that column, they've got their camera on them or pointed somewheres. We all know that. Yeah. And we can see their cameras when we bring up our menus, or I think it is.
That reminds me of
it
reminds me of one time I was actually going to I decided to try a public world again. So I went to the furry hangout.
Okay. Yep.
And I went there, and there was everyone was in a bunny av, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? I checked the date, and it's like, it's the last Sunday of March. It's like, oh, it's Easter Sunday.
Oh, well, duh. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm going along. I then and then I get there's this one guy and there's one kid in the screechy avatar is just really deformed every time he spoke, and then for no reason he just exploded, and then suddenly he got kicked by the server admin, and someone else turned to me and said, "Hey, did you see that?" I just turned to him, looked at it, and said, "It was nobody I know."
Oh. No bunny I know, buddy. Play on words.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
I had to get one dad joke in.
You had to get that in. Get a bunny joke in it. You should learn more bunny jokes, maybe. If you're gonna do bunny, or
Chad's probably got better. Chad's probably got better dad jokes than me.
Speaking of chat, is anybody talking here? Have a good night. Are they going to bed?
Yeah, they went to bed a while ago.
Oh wow, I haven't been looking at it.
Yeah,
that's up to you. Well, actually, only about 5 minutes ago, or 4 minutes ago, according to my clock here. Anybody else on?
Yeah, it doesn't look
Jamie
like
Jamie is still on, but just lurking.
I think he's just lurking.
They.
Yeah.
I see who's on streaming too.
Who is?
And you want me to mention?
Yeah, it's okay to mention just as long as you don't go too far into it, or
well, I'm
like
not
you don't try to promote them.
No.
It's okay to say the name.
Some
just
people
don't.
may know.
Didn't mean to do that.
What?
You'll see in a second.
Oh. Ooh, stream ending. No, it's not. No, it's not. We're still here.
Yeah.
Technical button push accidentally.
Although it is getting kind of late. Almost time for me to actually consider closing out because it's about 3:40.
3:40.
Or 3 hours 40 minutes that I've been streaming.
Oh yeah, I guess 3:40 in the morning already. Oh no way.
Not that late.
No.
For me, it's about 1:04 a.m.
And you started a little earlier.
Yeah, I did.
Is that about the time you're going to start? Try to start, 10 every night? Or Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays?
Well, I was hoping to start up at 8 a.m.
But?
Or 8 p.m., I mean.
And you don't have anything on the weekend?
No, I don't.
How about your Oscar on your Thursday, Fridays? You usually have time. Is that still a thing that you spend Thursdays and Fridays together?
Yes.
And now that you're doing streaming on Fridays, do you save it for Saturdays, like Thursdays and Saturdays?
I try to.
Talk about that.
I try to. I got to try and keep it regular.
Sorry, I'm cutting you off, I think, into the closet there. You should come out more here in this flat area here so they can see you all better. And now that you moved there, that's perfect. I can be right beside you here. And it's probably getting close to what, if you want to end your stream or just keep it going, I don't know when you...
Well, I don't want to go till 4 a.m., 4 in the morning again like I did last time.
No. To be honest, I didn't send out any links to anybody. I told Vix. I didn't invite anybody here. Because a lot of people are in prime time. They'll come on from anywhere from 4 o'clock Mountain to 8 o'clock. There's a big window that gets very populated, busy, I noticed.
Yeah.
There's late streamers. There's streamers that go all day, start early in the morning. They're on all the time, depending on what you want to watch, where they're located in the world.
Yeah.
What they're doing, whatnot. I wonder how many simultaneous streamers are on Twitch at a given moment. Is there stats for that?
Somewhere, but I don't know where to find them.
They have it for VRchat. They don't have it for Twitch that I know of. I have to dig into it more. Like a real API figures that they could pull back that somebody knows what's going on, how many are on at a time. VRchat has its own status. Discord has its own status. There's another one down something. And you got a commercial going on right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Typical.
Which one am I thinking about here? Let me go back to this other one. Go to my other alternate account here. What's it called? Okay. Status.vrchat.com will show you hits, especially during Ferality when it took a big hit there. People couldn't log in, couldn't get verified. there is another one.
Yeah, that was a whole fiasco in and of itself. It's like y'all were trapped in a room, and I tried to log in. It's like, nope, not gonna happen.
Well, because instances fill up and people panic. How do I join? I just seen this one list of friends. They don't know to click that event and explore more of all the other instances to that event that they could find it. The search could be a little better. Search by instance number, search by name. They don't have that.
Yeah. I'm talking about the instance where we lost. Instance where
everybody lost the connection to jump between events.
Yeah, we were pretty much trapped in the instance.
Anybody that crashed couldn't get back on. So the numbers just went down bit by bit by bit. Once you got out, you couldn't get back in. People hunkered down, tried to weather the storm. I've seen some streamers just like Hero stayed on there. You can hear him talking in the chat.
He streams for several hours.
Finally go. Well, yeah, he was doing the special when he was in VR. Virality. I watched what was happening, what he was doing. That's when all my friends basically disappeared off my friends list. They quit. They left. They jumped worlds and they got hung. They couldn't get back in. You could go to your home world. That was fine. Outside of virality. Getting the virality was a problem itself. But all VRchat was actually affected through the authentication just to log in. And you and me were one of the last ones. I think you left before me, and I was stuck in that world with nobody in it, in that main event world, with the stage and everything, with all the books. And what am I going to stay on there? It could be an hour, 2 hours. And at that time of night, there's not much happening on the events or meetups. Just DJs going on, or Club Fin. And what am I going to do? Dance alone? Nobody else is online? I'm going to call it a night. Everybody was packing up because everybody else was gone. That's what landed up happening. Going in at night, it's late. In North America, anyway. The rest of the world got screwed over because they're starting just getting in prime time. And why is it down? What's happening? People in Europe, maybe Australia, when they get on, they couldn't get on when they all wanted to. So you're going to pick... hurt somebody in the time zones when this happens. North America, sure, it happened late at night. Everybody's gone to bed. Great. The schedule's built around North America time schedules. Club Fin is on all the time. Most of the meetups were North America based or Europe based. And not everybody wants to stream 24 hours in meetups, especially when the audience isn't there in North America. If everybody's asleep, they gotta sleep. Do the 6-2-1 rule, even in VR. And you just posted something to me. Uh-oh, that evil laugh. What's all that about? Terrible news, I caught a peekaboo virus. What? Dad jokes. Oh my god, what's this Reddit here?
Dad jokes, Reddit.
I caught a peekaboo virus. Okay, classic stories coming to life on Disney Plus Jimmy Snow.
Now you can torment Crema. And just read off a whole bunch of dad jokes.
I've heard other non-boomers read off jokes or just say them unconsciously because it's a well-known one. That doesn't mean they're dad jokes necessarily. Or they are dad jokes, but they don't realize they're saying dad jokes. And for a dad myself, I don't even say that many. So I don't remember them all. I'm not a good joke teller.
Well, now you have a website to help you that you can just randomly annoy him with.
You know who, Krema's not probably watching this right now, though where you posted it on that stream, he's on that notification that you're posting, but I don't know if he's viewing it right now. He might be tired. This old man, he's like 36 years old. Poor guy.
Yeah. Like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Great quote. Bad way to find out you're adopted.
Oh my god.
Is it wrong though?
Ask your chat.
Well, I don't think there's anyone in chat anymore. Because the
Nobody's
numbers are
listening
dropping.
to us. What are we at right
Yeah,
now?
it's saying it's got 3 viewers. But that's
Yeah.
I think that's just us.
I don't see you. You're not watching your own Twitch stream, are you?
No.
I just see me in there. I should maybe pull out of there and then we get a real rep. Does yourself count as a viewer
No, it
or
does not.
chat? Okay.
But it also
But it
counts
does for
stealth
me.
viewers who aren't logged in and just watching the stream.
So it's counting me though,
Yeah.
obviously.
And if you're still watching the stream, but when you log out, it still counts your view. Although it is getting kind of late, I think I'm going to start wrapping it up here.
All right. Bye, Twitch. Bye. Don't go. Well, we gotta go.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Well, you and I don't have to go anywhere. It's just Twitch that's going to be shutting down. Yeah, I'm going to mute in here, and I'm going to talk to chat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right,
I
let's
can
get
still
this.
hear you in the Twitch stream though, but not in VR.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on in, and I hope you enjoyed your time. Yeah. And now you decided to chat last one. You kind of came in right towards the end if you just showed up. I've been streaming 4 hours, and but for the rest of you, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. At least I hope so, barring any complications.
Next
So,
time.
let's go ahead and see. Let's see if we can find someone to raid real quick.
Raid. Bunny raid. All of 4 people.
It's enough.
Better than nothing.
Let's see. Who's a good one?
Are we
to-
off the air? Is it ended?
Come on.
Oh no, we're not. We're not ended yet. You're still looking.
There we go. This guy will do. Let's go ahead and start our raid. And we're just going to just spam him with Bunny Raid. Yeah, that's our chat message right there. So
Waiting for
I'll
it.
see you around next time. Thank you all for coming, and I really appreciate it.
Bye.
come on.
Bye. Come back soon.
Why isn't it letting us do it?
Oh,
What the hell is going on?
I
Did they disable raids?
don't say anything. Just figure it out.
Come on. What the heck is going on? Why are you not working?
Can't end the stream. It's not. I don't see the stream being taken over. I still see you on right now. I just hear our voices in the background.
Come on. Why?
Could be something on your end that you haven't quite figured out yet, or it's different.
Yeah. Why is it not letting me raid? Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to let me raid. So what the hell's going on?
Chat, can you help us? Anybody know how to raid? Shut down our chat and go to the next person? Are you still there? Anybody? Anybody? Anywhere? Still got viewers. And we got a new person that just jumped on here. Last Rain? Last you Rain?
Oh, Maximo's raid settings do not allow you to raid. Oh,
I'm bad at pronouncing
seriously?
names.
So I gotta find someone else to raid. Yeah, but who else would I raid?
What did it say?
Yeah. Hmm.
I could suggest somebody. I just don't know what Willow's name is on Twitches.
Yeah, but are they streaming?
Is she still on? I don't know. She probably just leaves it running in the background. All right. I don't need that one.
Oh.
That one. Oh,
Here's a good one.
I could give you another one of solace if you needed somebody to raid. If it isn't working with that one.
Another one? A lot of people just don't want to be raided.
I'll send you
Seriously.
something in DM. They're playing Repo right now.
Yeah, let me see. Technical difficulties of every kind.
Please stand by.
Now I just gotta try and doing this through with VR controllers is not easy. Let's try this again. Here we go. And that one I can raid. So we're just going to do money raid on this one. So be sure to spam this one. Yeah, we're just going to spam that. So thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoyed your stay.